So this is not a question about pre-reads, which is what kind of information is distributed. This is what kind of information be collected. You know, there's an old joke about consultants that they're people who borrow your watch and then charge you to tell you what time it is. Well, before we do an offsite with clients, we like to borrow everybody's watch. We like to collect data from all the participants, sometimes through an interview, sometimes through an online survey, often through a combination of the two. Then when the offsite begins, we can say, look, on this particular issue, there are 3 different opinions in the room. How do we know that? Let's look at how you answered question 8. And very clearly on that histogram, on that bar chart, there'll be 3 different schools of thought about this particular question. It happens to us all the time. So we like to gather data about the opinions of the people in the room. What does everybody think about certain topics walking into the conversation? Using that as a launching point for the conversation. Far too often, time is invested figuring out where everybody stands during the offsite itself. We think you're much better off collecting information. Then you can start the discussion with, here's where everybody stands on the topic, and spend your incredibly valuable time together now processing and dealing with that information, coming to closure, driving alignment, coming to a single point of view. That's what the offsite's for, not figuring out where everybody stands. You figure out where everybody stands ahead of time, if you can. You process it and work with that information in the offsite itself.